Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we're working on some gift tags and we're going to create a few designs. My goal is to make them quick and easy so that you can paint, quite a few of them because gift tags. I don't know about you, but for me, my Christmas list that I shop for is quite long. So I need quite a few gift tags. And this week is the week that I start wrapping up all the Christmas packages and get them ready to be delivered or put them under the tree for those who are coming to our house for Christmas. So I wanted to make some handmade gift tags. So I thought I would do that with you guys while we're hanging out live today. Okay, let's first talk about the supplies. I have got two of my Meeden palettes here. I've got this one here and this one here. And today, I guess, just happened to turn out to be a Meeden kind of day because I also have the 96 color set from Meeden. This stuff is all going to be linked in the description below because these are actually on sale right now. There's a great price. It's 20% off from Meeden. And if you use my code Clark10, you'll get a discount on top of that. So these, I think with the 96 set, it comes with all of the metallics. These are all metallics. Then you have some of the like pastel colors here. You have some neon colors here. And then you have 48 regular colors. So far, I think these are great student grade paint as far as, the beginner, the 48 regular colors. Because when you put them down, they don't take off and run away on you. They'll be very easy for new watercolor artists to control. So yeah, I think that's a great place to start if this is something that you're interested. In addition, the metallics are wonderful. We've tested those before and they were as opaque and shiny as like the Calero, the ones by Fine Tech, and the starry colors from Gonzai Tombi. So yeah, this might be something, getting everything in one package, that could be of interest to you. So we're going to be using those again. And then I thought, because I have the brown craft paper, and I'll talk about these in a second, because I have the brown craft paper, Meeden had sent me their 24 color set of gouache to try. And I've had this for a while now, and I haven't had a chance to use it. So I thought, you know what? Brown craft paper, words are coming hard today, but brown craft paper, that would be perfect for gouache. So we are going to be using some of this. So that's what I have in this palette. So if you see the colors up here, that's going to be the gouache. And I may need to put more colors out. Right now, what I have on here, let me slide this down. I have some white, I have some black, so I can do shades and tints. Then I have the deep green, and these do, let me just share with you. These have, it's not going to focus if I have my other hand in the way. The tubes have pigment information on them, and the opacity, and the light fast ratings. So I need to do another video where it's just Meeden gouache and we do a deeper dive and take a look at this. I haven't even swatched all of these. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely drop me a comment and we will look at these further. So there's that. So I have the deep green. I have the sap green, which this one I mixed a little bit of the black and the pale yellow is here. And I mixed those colors up. We'll talk about that when we get there. That was when I painted the wreath. Over here, I have the crimson red, the scarlet red, and the vermilion. Again, as we go, if I pick a different design, I may need to add different colors to that palette, but that's gouache. And I have this palette, which is my favorite palette for mixing on, again by Meeden. And this was when I mixed up the background for this one here. So Heather says, yes, please, on the gouache. We'll definitely take a look at that in its own video in the future. Okay, so these here I got on Amazon. And they come in a set like this. It comes with that like jute tie for adding to your gift tags. So there's the white. This is like a cardstock. And then, of course, they have the craft paper. The craft paper isn't they're both about the same, but I think the white is just a little bit thicker than the cardstock that's the craft paper. The other thing, too, that I will mention is on the white cards, the back side, and I have stamped, little stamp on here, but the back side, I don't know if it'll show up, but this has like a satin finish almost to it. Fine for stamping or writing on, but I didn't think that it was going to take, and it may, I just didn't try it, that it was going to take the watercolor as nicely as the other side is very matte, no gloss to it, cardstock. So I used the matte side to paint on. So that's what we're doing. If anytime I paint, it's going to be on the matte side of the card. And then as far as the craft paper one goes, it doesn't matter. The stamps here, we'll talk about the stamps real quick. My to and from, I actually found at the Dollar Tree. It came like this. There was the to and the from down here. So I took those off of, these are like the birthday sentiments. So I took those off of there. And then the 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. I think that's the one I was able to link in the description below. It has these stamps here. So that one right there. And I just put them on a little acrylic block. And now they're all set for me to ink and stamp. I did link to the the Ranger archival ink pad. I don't have that one yet. I actually have it on order. It just hasn't arrived yet. What I'm using is an old, it's not this. This is what it was originally, but I re-ink with the, oh, I thought I had it right up here. I re-ink it with the Ranger archival. So that I do. It's been re-inked with this. So I am using the Ranger archival ink in the jet black. And I actually have the stamp pad linked in the description below, and it's larger. It's going to be about like this big. Much easier for me to do some of my stamping with. So I'm really looking forward to that arriving. It's going to make life so much easier. But for today, you're going to see me use this. I am using the Ranger archival ink. I didn't link these below, but I know they're still sold on Amazon. It says crystal up here, craft ink pads. You can get these for a few dollars. I have a silver and a gold. I need to get new ones. Mine are getting a little dry, or see if they have the inks to re-ink them. I might have some gold or silver that I could try re-inking with, but regardless. So I have different sentiments that I use when I do cards. So the Merry Christmas came from this one, and I wasn't able to find this one. So that said, I did link to some in the description below for you to check out. There's so many on Amazon to choose from, but I just linked a couple for you. Okay, so that's the tags. I talked about the stamps. Just make sure if you order stamps and an ink pad that you have acrylic blocks. I didn't link to acrylic blocks separately, but there was a set that came with a variety of sentiments and the blocks. I don't remember if I ordered that set or not, but I did link to it below. Okay, let me just take a quick moment and say hi to everybody in chat. I see George Pencil Art and Boo Peep and Heather Bryant. Wildflower's here. Wildflower, that reminds me of something. So Dolphin Soul is here. I don't know if the moderators are in the chat yet. They may be running behind. I know Tara had something going on, and Joseph, our thoughts and well wishes are with him and his family, because I know his dad had some medical issues recently, and so we are sending lots of positive thoughts his way, that his dad gets a speedy recovery and is back home soon. Okay, So today I thought we're going to do some really simple ones. I will show you how I painted both of these. Let me bring them up. I tested the stamp with Merry Christmas with the gold. Doesn't work so great on the craft paper. I would probably have to stamp that in black. So there is our little wreath. And then this, of course, you know I had to have some winter trees. And the Merry Christmas on that one, you see the metallic. That was with the silver stamp pad. So I did that. I have my Wink of Stella brush handy in case I want to like come back in and drop in maybe some sparkly shimmer on my trees like that. Right? Just tap that in there. And now what I love about this is it's like all the wow and sparkle and shimmer. I don't know if that's going to pick up, but it's there. It's on there of like glitter without the glitter that comes off and gets everywhere. So I love the Wink of Stella pen. The clear is my absolute favorite. And make sure you guys stick around because at the end or near the end of the stream, it's almost my birthday. So I have to give something away. And we ended up with a bunch of meat and stuff today. So I thought, let's give away a meeting gift card. So we're going to be doing that today. I will tell you how and when to drop your entries in the live chat. You do have to be a subscriber. If you are not watching this at 3 o'clock on December 5th, 2024, you don't have to enter into the comments because this will be done and it will already have been given away. So the other thing I said that reminded me, Wildflower. Wildflower just won one of my Christmas giveaways. So we're only going to have it be one per person this season. So that means, sorry, Wildflower. She just won the $50 meeting gift card that I gave away the last stream just before Thanksgiving. And stick around. Join me on Thursdays at 3 p.m. because I'm going to be doing some more between now and Christmas. So that said, stay tuned. We're going to be giving that away later on. And I just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to win. Okay. Hi, Rob. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Isn't that big? That is such a big block. It is so cool. I have the 20 by 15 cold press block as well. Oh, that's excellent. All right. I decided that I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how I did the snow in the background. Super easy. It worked really well on this paper. In fact, I had to dry it quickly to prevent it from working too well. Wildflower says I wouldn't have entered again soon anyway. LOL. I think Wildflower has won a couple of my giveaways. I think Wildflower is very, very lucky because it's all random. You guys see it happen live. Again, we will be using our... Oh, that's not showing up. Where is my... Why is that not... Okay, hold on, guys. I need to find out why. Because it looks like it was showing you... Yeah, it's not showing you my wheel of names like it's supposed to. And now it's not even going away. Oh my goodness. Seriously. I'm gonna have to try this again. I don't know why. I had it all set up. No, it's gonna give me a problem. All right. I just need to try to get this. Bear with me just a moment and we will jump into painting. Wildflower says it's the biggest block I've ever seen. It is. It is really quite large. All right. Just a moment. I had it set up beforehand, looked at it. It was exactly what I wanted. And now it's not cooperating. Yeah, it is a block. Glad you said that because yes, they're not pads. They do say pad. It is not a pad. It is a block. Anytime that you get one of those from Meeden, Whoa. So this is their 5x7. It will be a block, and it'll have the spot for you to, you know, put a palette knife or something in to get that off. That is a Wink of Stella on my desk, but I'm also happy to see you. Oh my gosh. That cracked me up. Yes, it is. All right. I have no idea why that was not working. I'm going to try this again. See, it's showing me my chat, which is not what I want. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to be able to show this to you guys. It is acting up and not doing what I want. And of course, we're live. You never know what's going to happen here on Thursday. I'm like, yeah. Oh my goodness. George asked, what is it that I'm trying to share again? I am trying to share the wheel of names that I use for everybody to see that they have been entered and to see the drawing happen live so that we all know everything is on the up and up. And I have not picked the name. It was done completely random. My apologies. It worked beforehand. It did. The wishing wheel, yes. It worked before. It worked. I had it all set before the stream. I even tested it out to make sure it was working. And then all of a sudden, no, it does not want to work. Thank you, Dolphin Soul. Just a few more days. Oh, the latest trip around the sun will be complete. Yep, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do to show you guys, because that's just showing you the chat that you guys can already see. And that's not what I want. I want this one. And it's not showing you that one. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can fix it here. Oh, let's see. Ta-da! I figured it out. Okay. Figured it out. Thank you for your patience. Oh my goodness. So, yet again, like I usually do, we will be using the wheel of names. You see me adjusting it there on the screen so that you will all be able to see it when it happens. So when I tell you, of course, again, you need to be a U.S. resident to be able to enter. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off for now. You're going to have to be a U.S. resident to enter, and the way that you will enter is you're going to put your name and your state and just say, no, excuse me, not your name. You're going to say enter me and then the abbreviation for your state. So like if you were Maine, it would say enter me, because Maine is M-E. So it would be like that. Okay. At least we have all of that done, but I will let you know when to do that. Let's do some painting first. We will get back to it. What are you going to be entering for? It will be a Meeden gift card. This is not affiliated with Meeden. Meeden did not give me this gift card. I do collaborate with Meeden, but this is something that I am gifting to one of you who are here with me live watching the stream. Putting up with all the chaos that happens on a Thursday. All right. So I have, again, my Wink of Stella brush. I'm going to be using some gouache. So I just have my Meeden brushes. I use those. They work fine for gouache versus me using my better watercolor brushes and like Princeton Velvet Touch. Now, if you choose to use your regular watercolor brushes with gouache, I mean, it is a water soluble medium. That is up to you. I am very protective of my my watercolor brushes. Usually they don't touch anything but watercolor. Let's go ahead and get started with a quick and simple one. I was thinking, instead of having an orientation this way, that we would do an orientation this way. So that's what I'm going to do here. I will paint these two so that you can see them. I will make copies of these. These are all very quick. They're done very quickly. So we will do that. Hopefully we're going to be able to do a couple. Oh, I also have this linked in the description below. The largest circle is the one that I used when I set up my wreath. So we'll go over all of that. Okay. So this one, I thought we will start with, I have some stamps here, and I'm going to grab my black. Hi, the other Tara. And I'm just going to start with a little stamp It says Merry Christmas. I'm putting this one on top because I have another sentiment that I'm going to use, but it's not on the same block because I probably just moved that. I might get a halo or a double stamp, but it's fine. It is fine. Yeah, a little bit, but it's fine. Because this one I thought would be perfect. It says, love and warm wishes for a very Merry Christmas. I like the clear acrylic blocks to put them on because then you can see exactly where you're positioning things. And there we go. And I would just leave these. Set this aside. You could write, of course, you could write this yourself. I just find it faster if I do it this way. And we're going to I'm going to paint these. So this is the gouache, just because this red was already here and I like this color from my mittens. This was a little bit of the black with the, oh my goodness, crimson red if you have this set of gouache. But you can paint your mittens any color you want to. Now, I definitely found that when I painted on these cards, the gouache definitely is working better than, and this just reactivated very easily. This gouache had dried on this palette. I found the gouache to be much easier to paint on this surface than the watercolors, and you'll see when I do the painting with the trees what I'm talking about. What I have decided to do to rectify that problem, I actually have it on my Christmas wish list that I share with family and close friends that want my wish list. I actually have a stamp, so kind of like, or punch rather, so kind of like, punch like this, but it's a different shape. I've actually linked both below. So one will punch a card that looks like this, and the other will punch the top shape. So you can cut them with watercolor paper, or cut them out of watercolor paper. And I have those on my list because these, they might be better for markers. If you're someone who likes to use markers or gouache, I think these are going to be best served with the gouache, whether it be the white or the craft paper. It definitely shows up well on the craft paper. But for future me making gift tags, I think that I want the punches so I can punch my gift tags out of actual watercolor paper. I could use my Be Inspired paper. It's not precious, right? That's so very affordable. That should be linked in the description. And most likely that is what I will do in the future, is to punch out my own gift tags with that. If I don't get one for my birthday or Christmas, then I will, I usually do get some gift cards, and that's probably one of the things I'm going to order because I could definitely see me using that a lot. I need that to dry. I think I want to do like a snowflake on there with some metallic. So we'll do that. I'm going to take some of this watercolor is the dark blue from the Mead set. It is dark blue with a little bit of black. And that's how we get this color here. So I'm just going to, this is like the white, fluffy furry part on the mittens by the wrist. And I don't have a tissue. Yeah, so you can't really even lift that fast because unlike watercolor paper, I'd be able to lift that right off. Um, this like it just absorbs right in. There's no sizing on this paper, I'm sure. I think this is just, you know, mass punched out of some cardstock. And again, it's cardstock that is shiny, has like a satin finish on one side and regular on the other. So I'm just going to take a liner pen, whatever kind of liner you want, whether you use the Staedtler or the Pigma Micron, or what is this one? This one is a Unipin. I don't even think I linked them in the description below. Any fine liner will do. So there is our little Merry Christmas, our mittens. Maybe we'll add some sparkle with the Wink of Stella into this cuff. So it'll be shimmery. I touched the red, picked up a little bit of that. That's fine. It's fine. We need some merch that says that. It's fine. All right, let's see if we can get our... I think this one would be good with silver. So I am just getting some of the... It's actually the white metallic right here. I don't know how well this is going to show up. Is it going to show up or not? We'll see. And let's just... Oh, yeah. I'm using the very tip of this brush. Now, that is one thing I will say about the medium brush. This is like... It's not the smallest rounds in the set. Very affordable brushes. This is like, I would say this would be like the equivalent of like the size 6. They have the smaller ones, and in my opinion, the smaller ones, they don't hold that point quite as well as the larger ones. This one definitely has a really nice point, and it's about the equivalent of like a size 6. You see, now this is a long round, so of course the bristles are longer, but as far as the diameter, it's about, I don't know, between a 5 to 6 size. All right. And we're just going to do another snowflake on this one. Just like that. See how shiny? I put my other light on so I could try to catch that metallic for you guys. You see how shiny the metallics get? Those are from this Meeden set. So if that is something that interests you, I definitely think the metallics are great. I'm going to just go over this Merry Christmas with a little bit of shimmer. Add a little sparkle to this tag. And I also did I created my stamp. I showed you the to from I got from the dollar store. Oh yeah, see? Now look. You see how that just really, it shines. It sparkles. So the Merry Christmas has a sparkle to it now. So the 'tis the season to be jolly, right? And it says to and from. You can see that right there. That is what I'll stamp on the back so that I can write, you know, who the gift is to. So that's my plan for that. I'm not going to do that yet because this might still be wet. So the desk is, this mat needs to be replaced so bad. It's already a little rough, but there we go. That is all set. There's one. We'll set that one aside. We'll have a look at all of these at the end. Let's go ahead and do the wreath. So the wreath, I needed to move it up a little further because the Merry Christmas, and that's why I put the love and warm wishes for a very on a different stamp, because when I did the wreath, I was just going to want it to say Merry Christmas. So there we go. Oh, Wildflower. Wouldn't you much rather be here hanging out? Wildflower says, off to the dentist. Oh, I've been to and from the dentist so many times recently. It is just no thank you. All right. So as I set this up, I want to make sure my Merry Christmas is going to fit and my wreath can go on there. So I'm going to take a pencil, just put a circle on there. It's a little too far that way, but again, it's fine. I'll just adjust as I paint it. Hi, Simone Mac. All right, so I have a kneaded eraser here, and I'm just going to lighten up my circle. This one is really, really simple. It's just a guide. So to start off, I used my deep green. This is almost like if that had a little bit of black in it, it would almost be like a perline green. And their deep green contains PG7 and PB15. So PG7, PB15. This is, I have to question if there's some black in there already as well, because it's really dark. It's like darker than like a phthalo turquoise would normally be, but I don't know. They say no. I did add, you can add black to it. And I need to just give a little mist on this side. Those were completely dry, but you see how easily that reactivates? Not a problem. I would wonder if I let it dry down the gouache in a palette, if it would dry without cracking and reactivate. I'm not sure. Something I will experiment with before we do a video dedicated just to this gouache. So we'll have to take a look at that. All right, so the wreath, we start with a circle. And I'm just going to come off the circle, again using the point of my brush. Right, and I'm just going to pull out some lines. That's where I'm going to start. Right there. And I'm going to do that going all the way around the circle. I need to get this. Just wasn't flowing off my brush so well. How many of you paint your own gift tags and Christmas cards? I know Rob does. Of course, we've shared stuff in the over on Discord, on the Discord server. Rob shared his cards that he was going to be working on for this year. Did you finish them, Rob? He does like 100 hand-painted cards. I have a very special one I'm going to be bringing you guys as soon as I can get the video edited. I wanted to have it for Thanksgiving. Things did not work out so well. But again, it's okay. But I am working on it. It's going to be a special lesson. If you are a patron or channel member on the creator tier or above, you're going to get that, the one that I'm talking about. If you're over on Discord, I think I've shared the picture of my Santa Claus. You're going to get both the line art and the lesson will be included. But it is also something I may make a standalone, where if it's just something that you want to paint, you can purchase just that one through Patreon. So stay tuned for that. I'll have all kinds of information about that, hopefully by next week. Hopefully, or sooner. All right, so now this color here, I took a little bit of this green, which was sap green, and the pale yellow, and I mix those together with a little bit of the black in it, and I'm just going to come back through and I'm just going to cap with my brush. Right, so it just looks like some little leaf shapes. And I'm doing it to the inside and to the outside where there's space. There's a bit too much water on my brush. It's going to take a moment for those to dry. I already reading Heather's comment that her mom sent out all the ones that she made for her already. I need to print mine for the year so I can get those sent out. I'm not going to hand paint every one, I've decided. I'm just going to do a couple prints of some of mine and send those out. Okay. Move that. My sponge that you always see me tap on my sponge. Let me just bring this over here so you guys can see. It kind of helps with like water control. So this, I just put some way too much water in there. It is some of that yellow. This is already drying so quickly from just sitting before the stream, because I was painting before the stream, doing some of these to test them out. And just a touch, probably way too much there, just a touch of that black to desaturate it. There we go. And I'm just going to come back in and put some of this in places. We're just doing a variety of green going around. Kind of coming back over where I did the first green. Right, with lines like it's more pine needles. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see Dolphin Soul's reindeer cards. She's shared that with us over on Discord. If you are a channel member or a patron, I have access opened up to all levels, like access to my Discord. So if you have not joined us over there, it's something I definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. We have a lot of fun. I share a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's been snowing here all day today. It is actually snowing again now. And I was sharing pictures of that earlier. All right, so we have our wreath. This one's not as thick as that one, but again, it's fine. I can always come back and add more later. I'm going to take some of my red that I had here. Mix these up, and I'm going to come back in, and I'm just going to do... So I'm going to start with some circles, right, for berries. You can cluster them in 2s or 3s or whatever feels right for you. Right, around. I'm just looking for some bare spots and popping them in. So this was the, gosh, I'm going to have to keep looking at the colors because I haven't used them enough. The crimson red. The crimson red with a little bit of black, the same as what we used on our mittens. And let's do a little ribbon. I painted the berries right there where I would have painted my ribbon, but that's okay because it's gouache. I can just go right over. Just going to do a bow shape. Not worried about it being perfect. I will touch it up as I add lighter colors on top like I did this one. because that is definitely the wonderful thing about gouache, being opaque. In that aspect, it kind of makes me think of like acrylics. You just paint right over it. Much less stress. While those are drying, I'm going to add a little bit extra greenery in here. Drying so quickly. I'm back in winter, so everything in the studio is going to dry crazy fast. Touch of black, desaturate that. Yeah, it's like a nice deep olivey evergreen type color right there. Just filling out a little bit more space around. Making the wreath a little thicker. And I'm just tapping. This doesn't have to be, right? These are tiny. They're going to look at that and say, it's a wreath. There we go. Now for my berries and my bow, I'm going to come back in with some of the vermilion. Yeah, the vermilion. That's this really light, almost orange. Very warm. Very warm red. This guy. I want that to be thick. And I'm just going to put a dot on each of my berries for highlight. And you don't have to do this. If you like the berries the way they were without the extra spot, then just leave them. It's fine. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to shape my bow a little bit. I will show you this up closer here in a moment. And of course, you can always come back and really define that with like a black fine liner, which would work if you're doing your Merry Christmas in black. Okay, so let's just look at those side by side. It is one that you can do very quickly. And you could have these set out and just do a bunch where you do all the green and then you do the next green. And as you come back, the first ones will be dry. So you can just keep working. And we're just going to put our Merry Christmas on the bottom. We're going to do this one in black. All set. And then on the back, set that on here because it's almost dry, but not 100%. I'll stamp the back with my to and from. And again, you don't have to do it this way. You could just write them out by hand. There we go. So there we have another one. Again, that gold just didn't quite show up very well on here, but if I wanted the sparkle, I can come in my fine liner and do my bow. You don't have to. Either way, it's fine. And if I wanted my Merry Christmas to sparkle, all I have to do is go over it with my Wink of Stella brush. And again, this is clear. It just adds the shimmer. Maybe we want some on our bow. Now that I touched that red though, it may pull up. I'm like, what did I do with the tissue I just had? It may pull up. See, it pulled up a little bit of red, but just quick wipe and that'll clean that right off. So there we go. Our bow has some sparkle to it, and it's not picking up the sparkle so well because it's still wet, but there's sparkle in the bow. There's sparkle on Merry Christmas. You could even do a little bit of sparkle around your berries if you wanted to. Just add a little bit of shimmer. There we go. All right. Next, we'll do one of my favorite things to paint. I think this is like a favorite go-to for me, even on a Christmas card. And that's this guy here. So, on our tags, again, one side is very matte. The other side has a bit of a, it's satin. It's very smooth, slightly glossy. That's not what we want for painting on, especially with watercolors. I don't think they're going to work very well on there. But on the matte side, it seems to work okay. I'm going to show you this with the watercolor because this is why I want to cut them from myself from watercolor paper. The gouache, I think, works great, and I can even paint this again in the gouache. It would definitely have to be done a little bit differently, gouache versus watercolor. Hi, Virginia. And so this, George says, trees. Yes, of course I'm going to paint trees. Oh my goodness. Would it be if I didn't paint trees on something? All right. So this was just the dark blue and the black. Again, from the Mead and Watercolor set. I started off with the dark blue, which looks like that. I don't have pigments for paints in this set. I need to reach out to Mead again and see if I can find out that information. I think that kind of got lost in the shuffle of all the holiday stuff. So I'm sure they're very busy. All right, and then again, dark blue. There we go. This is a nice, nice sky color for winter, snowy. This is definitely way too much. Look how dark that looks. We're gonna bring a little bit more water into this, and then you see, make it a little bit more blue. There we go. Do you guys mix like this? Does my mixing space that like the color just kind of grows and takes over? Okay. Now, when I do this on watercolor paper, I can get a very smooth background and it works great. If I wonder if I wet it first, if it will matter. I'm going to give this a try. So I'm just putting down a little bit of water on this card. I'm not going to even go all the way to the edges. Right? I just kind of want this to be a little wet. I don't know if it's going to matter, help, whatever. I don't know. We're going to see. And then we come in and put this color down. That one was a little bit more blue when I painted it, but that's okay. So you see how it gets like kind of streaky? That's because there's no sizing in this paper. The sizing makes all the difference. It just kind of helps that watercolor stay on top and be absorbed slowly. I'm just mixing a little bit more blue into it. It was a little too grayed out for my liking. Again, watercolors definitely dry lighter. I need that blue in there. See how I can't come back over it and move things around? If this was regular watercolor paper, I absolutely could. Just clean damp brush. I was wanting to blend this kind of down to disappear, but it's fine. It definitely does not work like watercolor paper would, which is why, and I do have them linked in the description below, both of the punches that are on my wish list. The one that does an entire card like this, punches this shape out. And there's one that just punches the tops, and you can do them in different widths. So you can have like narrower to, I think, wider than this one. Both of those are on my wish list. Now, one thing about this that definitely does work, if I let this get a little bit more dry, this is how we make the snow. Yeah, oh, that's excellent. Yeah, Berlina says, I love the idea of these tags. I have Fisker's tag punch that would work perfectly. Yeah, that would be excellent. I'm going to grab it and paint along. I love it. All right, so now that this is almost dry, if I come back and I'm just tapping some water, you're going to see that quickly it affects that blue on here. I'm going to bring it up so you can really see it. The longer I let that set, the bigger that's going to be where it pushes that paint away. So I'm going to want to come in with the heat tool. I'm going to mute you guys for a second because I want to dry that and freeze it where it's at. I don't want it to get bigger. And I'm like missing, it wasn't giving me, just adding a few more spots. All I'm doing is touching it with the tip of my brush. I'm going to wait a moment to see if that moves, and then I'm going to freeze it down. There we go. So again, it gets lighter, but now see the little white spots? I might have waited just a little too long to do my tapping because I was excited. Berlina was going to come paint with us. And so that might have, been a little bit of a mitigating factor there, but that's okay because I'm going to show you what we do, how we finish it up. So now you see this is already drying on my palette, which means my paint is thicker. So I'm going to come back in and just take that same color on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to paint in couple trees. And I don't mind if my trees go beyond the edge. Like if you see on this one, I definitely had it go beyond the edge of the sky that I had painted. Perfectly fine. We're going to do that on both sides. I think it will look great. I'm going to want room for Merry Christmas to be on the bottom. So if I just kind of keep that in mind, right where my sky is meeting what would be the snow on the bottom, it is perfect space for me to be able to stamp Merry Christmas in there. So I can just go ahead and go with that. And again, you can write it. You don't have to have a stamp. You can write it in yourself. I'm just going to start with a tree here. These are going to be a little bit more like in the background trees. If you have access on Discord, different tiers get access to more. With each tier that goes up in membership, you get more channels on Discord. So you get a lot more going on over there. But over on the reference photos that I share, I often share, I sometimes share reference photos. And if you are a creator member, you get access to all the reference photos that I share. I shared our trees. I have some evergreens that were very heavily snow-flocked this morning, and I shared those over on Discord for anybody who needs a reference for what they look like when they're all heavy with snow. Put in another one, slightly shorter than the first one. Whether this one is in front or behind, it doesn't matter. We'll determine that when we add our snow to it. And then let's paint another large one over here. And this one I am going to take much taller. And I'm going to take it right off the edge of beyond where my sky is. I have the Mead and Gouache, the white gouache up here. I'll use that today. If you don't have it, you can always use Dr. Peach Martin's Bleed Proof White. I think that would work well for this. In fact, I reached for that and then I was like, wait a minute, you're going to use the gouache. Why not just use their white gouache and see how that performs? So that is what I used on this one. Now this is something that if I wasn't talking, I can paint these very quickly. So this is actually a set, a pattern or a set of gift tags, subject matter, whatever I'm trying to say, that I would use or would paint, because I can paint quite a few quickly. All right, see, that would be drawing. I would go on to my next one, paint that in. I would do like my backgrounds, spatter my water, come back and start painting my trees, come back to the beginning of the tags and start doing the white parts, the snow parts. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with my heat tool again to get that dry so that I can move on to our snow. All right. It may not be 100% dry, so some of that may bleed through, but that's okay. Like if you see in this one, it did here too. I love this tag. So far, I think this one is my favorite. But then again, I'm biased. I love the trees. All right, I'm going to turn this around. I have my white gouache right here, which is trying to dry. Just going to give a little spritz, just to kind of wake up what was already on my palette. Okay. And I'm just going to come back down over my trees. I can hold my card steady, that is. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. For those of you who celebrate, like in Canada, I think Canadian Thanksgiving isn't it in October? I think it's in October. I definitely missed that one. But ours was 1 week ago. And I wanted to have, I so wanted to have that video out for you guys so that we could have hung out on Thanksgiving evening. I was going to do it as a premiere. It just didn't work out. The schedule just got super crazy, super fast. Oh, that's excellent. Berlina, I hope you will share them and tag me. I would love to see. I'd love to see them. I'm just gonna come in and put in some white. And you see, it's mixing. It's like reactivating that blue. It was a very strong color behind there. See how that blue came off? But again, not a big deal. I can let that dry and come back with another layer, just like I would my Dr. Peach Martin's Bleed Proof White. If I was painting over something that wasn't completely dry, it could bleed up into it as well. grabbing that gouache kind of full strength to come back over a few of these spots to get that brighter white. It's okay if some of the darker shows underneath. It's just going to look more three-dimensional. So I always try when I come over with other layers to leave some of that darker, the darker values there in my snow. Okay, let's do the big tree. Actually, while I have this on my, a little bit on my brush, areas where I made those marks with the water, I pick a few and I just kind of come back and I dot them. This brush is not wanting to make little round dots. The other one that doesn't have such a sharp point probably would be better. I have to tilt this one on the side to get them. And I find if I go over some of the marks that are already there, it's a little bit more organic than if I were to just come through and dot it myself. Another thing that you can also do is to get this, my brush was a little too dry. Let's see if let's make a mess. There we go. Yep, I've got it out everywhere. It's on my glasses. It is on the desk. It is fine. Spattering is fun. It's fun. There we go. Again, you can do this with Dr. Paige Martin's Bleed Proof White, or you can do it with the gouache. This is much much wetter. So when I put this on first on this tree, you're definitely going to see the blue kind of leach up in, and that's fine because I'm going to come back. This is the tree that's closer to me. So I want some of this that is going to have darker values because I'm going to come back through and put the brighter snow on top. Work that right into the snow that's down here. There we go. So now we need full strength white gouache again. I do need to add a little bit of water just because it's drying. It's getting a little too dry. See, that's what I would do, Berlina, if I wasn't doing this for a stream. Berlina says I am painting all three at one time. I would too. Or I would do like a set of 6, maybe a set of 6 of this one and a set of 6 of the other one. I've got so many gifts to wrap. Even that, the 18 would not be enough. I would need a lot more than that. But I figured I would give you some different ideas. And then that would allow you guys to kind of go through and paint your favorites. I'll have to update the thumbnail. Of course, if you're watching this on the replay, you probably don't know what the thumbnail was before, but I'll have to update the thumbnail so that it has all the different ones we've created versus I just shared the one with the wreath. And then the back of this one beforehand, because I was just doing them quickly, just trying to have something to give you guys an idea of what we were going to be doing today. I just don't think that that is staying opaque enough. Maybe I need it to dry and go over it again, but whatever, it's fine. It is definitely fine. All right, my paint pucks wanted to come off. There we go. Okay, this is one that I absolutely would love to put the Wink of Stella on. I'm going to dry this so I can come back through where the white is and give it some sparkle. Because when the sun is out, snow sparkles. I know it is actively snowing in our scene, but sparkle's just fun. You saw I flipped it over and dried the back of the card too. That's just to kind of help prevent it from like, warping too much. Get it to flatten back out. All right, so the Wink of Stella brush, just going to come through and put some shimmer in here on my tree. It's knocking down a bit of the white because where it touches that dark blue, the Wink of Stella brush will pick that up and reactivate the color so quickly. So I may have to come back over that and do some more of the white on top. That's fine. These I'm trying to avoid and go underneath my brightest white with the shimmer, so it still leaves some of that intact. But that's okay. Again, I just kind of wipe that off on a tissue to make sure the blue is gone so that the next time I grab it, I don't forget and then make a mess. So don't forget, pretty soon we are going to be giving away a Meeden gift card today. It is almost my birthday, so it's all about gift giving. Between my birthday and Christmas, I just love December. I actually have my birthday, Christmas, and my anniversary all happen like within, I want to say like within 2.5 weeks of each other. So poor Lou, 3 at the most, but I don't even think, it might be 3. I'm just adding more white on this one now. It's just not. When we look at these, the Meeden gouache on its own, I'm going to be very curious to see when I put them over like over a black line or mark, just how opaque it actually is, because right now I'm finding myself wanting to grab my bleed proof white because I'm not getting the opacity and the brightness in the white that I'm looking for. There we go. Good enough. I like it. Dolphin Soul says, that's a lot of celebrating. Yeah, but I mean, it all happens, it all happens at one point. And so then, well, Lou's birthday is in July, so we get to celebrate him in July. But other than that, there's plenty of other family members throughout the year. But just between him and I, we get like a long break. And then it's like all kinds of fun at the end of the year. Okay, let's do the Merry Christmas. I think I'm going to do this one. I really like the sparkle. So we're going to go with, I've got black ink on this. There we go. I had to like touch the top. Yeah, but it's my birthday, Christmas, then my anniversary. So is that Burmassery? Maybe. I'm gonna do. We're gonna kind of like double ink this. I'm gonna start with the silver. I'm gonna get a lot of silver on our Merry Christmas here. And then I'm gonna touch the black just a tiny bit. Let's see what we get. Does it make a sparkly black? Oh, it does. Oh, it did. I like that. If I tip it, can you guys see how sparkly it is? Sparkly. That light is just obnoxious. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, the light is obnoxious. I think that light is just too much. It still picks it up when I do that. See the shimmer that it has there? Yeah, it picks it up because it is like pitch black outside right now. It is definitely dark. It's 4 o'clock. We are quickly getting to our shortest day of the year here. Our winter solstice. It'll be dark by 4 o'clock, if not sooner. I think by that time it's getting dark at like 3:30. There we go. All right, so there's that one. Let's see. Let's do another one. So those are the two that I showed you at the beginning. I really like it better stamping the silver and then going into the black just quickly. I really like how that one turned out because it's like silver all around it with that dark in the center. I really like that. And then the Wink of Stella is really showing up. See the trees? It never does it justice on camera. It just has a glittery sparkle to the snow. I like that one. Oh, and we didn't stamp. We got to stamp the back. Put my stamp away. That way they're done. They can go right downstairs to my gift wrapping area. Thanks, George. There we go. All right. So there we are. And again, these come with those like the jute string for you to go ahead and put them on your packages. Comes like this. So there were, does it say how many? I think there's like, I want to say there's like 200 of them. But it's the craft and, you know, the craft paper and the white. So then those just go, right? We can put them in there. And there we go. And you can either tape that or tie that to your gift. I hope you guys are going to give that one a try. That is definitely, so far, that's still my favorite. I don't know about you guys, but that one is still my favorite. All right, let's see. Let's do another one. How about, let's test that white. Let's test that white. Let's do, I'm like, where can I put these? We'll put those up there so you guys can still see them. All right. Dolphin Soul says, love the trees. It's my favorite. That one's my favorite so far. But let's take our Wait, I may need to get some more. I don't know if I still have enough in here or not. We'll see. We'll see. Let's do... Do you want to build a snowman? Oh, this will be the first snowman I've painted this year. So you see the gouache definitely shows up very well on the craft paper. On the, the craft, it's still cardstock, but I keep saying craft paper because that's what it looks like. It is cardstock. This is not thin paper by any means. Do you like the snowmen with 3 big snowballs? As far as painting, if it was being built, then yes, 3 snowballs. Or do you like to paint them with 2? We're just going to do 2 today. You see it definitely has the covering power for the brown paper. Oh, look at that. Heather says 3. Okay, yeah. Boo Peep says, Wink of Stella elevates everything. Yes. Yes, I agree. I love them. The clear is my favorite. Is my absolute favorite Wink of Stella brush. If you get the Christmas set comes with gold, silver, and clear. But hands down, clear is always the one I reach for. The gold definitely has some great sparkle. I'll have to take the gold one and go over this one that didn't show up very well, and we'll see if it makes it show up better. I'll do that in just a minute. Okay, let's take a little bit of this blue that I had for the watercolor that I had for my sky on my trees, and let's just use that and see if we can't give him a little dimension there. Might be a touch much. I don't know. We'll see. Cleaning out my brush. Get that on my... And just kind of mixing that in with that gouache, which definitely is reactivating nicely. And why don't we just set him right into some snow? And that looks nice and cold, doesn't it? All right. He's a snowman. He needs a black hat. Let's give him a black hat. This black had some green, so let's see if we can't just get that all... There we go. Get that all mixed in there. The hat is already dry. Dried so fast on this palette. I just put a little tiny drop out earlier when I was painting. I got a little too close to him. I'll have to touch that up. And we are just freehanding this. This definitely was not drawn out. Not drawn out first, so we're going to do our best. It's fine. So I made that circle, but I'm going to go like around his head because see, this is the part of the hat, the brim of the hat that's behind him. Sometimes I find it really hard to paint black because it's like the tip of my brush just disappears and I can't see where I'm painting. Turn that a little bit. Fill that in. Now, a little bit of the brim, I'm going to leave it. We'll put red there and give him a red scarf. I'm going to put his nose in first because one of his eyes I'm going to want to be kind of behind his nose. Heather says, my blue looks like an elephant. I see it. I see it here. Like, here's his trunk, like an ear here. Aren't palettes wonderful? If that's what you're talking about, Heather, I can see that. Like, immediately I looked down, I was like, oh yeah, there's the elephant. Can we address the elephant in the room? Oh, that is excellent. Isn't it fun? It's so much fun. Alcohol definitely will push your color away too. All right. We're going to go with this is our vermilion. So why not? We'll just make his nose. This will be the orange that is his nose. Everybody can see it now, right? You can't unsee it now. There's an elephant. Yeah, this is dried. All right. I'm right-handed. Usually I go this way, but because I put the shadow on this side, he's looking this way. So I'm going to turn this. We're just going to... That is just not wet enough. And then I'll probably get it too wet. All right, let's give that a try. His little nose. Let's grab just a touch of black. Just a touch of black with whatever was already on my brush. I'm going to do underneath here just a little tiny line with that darker value. You don't have to get this fancy. This is a gift tag, right? If you don't want to add shadow, you just want to put his nose in, it's fine. It's a gift tag. There we go. His nose got a little bigger on me. Just give a little bit of shadow there. All right, let's get some eyes. Oh, thank you, Virginia. Coming back to my black. I'm going to put one eye. All right, part of one there. And we're going to put the other one here. I'm going to attempt, if I can get the tip of this brush to cooperate. There we go. To leave him just a little highlight, unpainted, in the white of his eye. I'll bring that closer so you guys can see it in a second. He is a happy snowman. And of course, he needs some buttons. When I do my buttons, I don't do a straight line. I work them kind of in an arc because he's round. Because he has a big round belly. Oh my goodness. How adorable is he? How about some little rosy pink cheeks? Let's take a little bit of that color we used earlier. I'll grab some of this white gouache, which I'm just about out of, just to get a very pale pink, and I'm going to do that right there beside. Right where his little cheeks were. Okay, I think he needs some little arms. Let's grab some more of our black. You could do this in brown if you wanted to, just using black because it's already out. I'm not going to come into this. I'm going to come from behind, so I'm going to come right at the edge. And just make a little branch. On this one, I will come from on the snowball. There we go. He's too cute. Oh, I did not. I said I was going to give him a red scarf, didn't I? All right, I think I need that to be a bit more. It was really dry, so I just need to really activate this and get that thicker so that it will cover on top. And of course that had a little bit of the black in with it to make it a nice deep red. There we go. Okay. His hat. You could get as elaborate as you want with this. You could put like holly leaves and some holly berries on his hat if you wanted to. That would work. I'm like, I don't know if I want to give him a scarf or not. You do that? Like, oh, am I going to ruin him if I put a scarf on him? I don't know, but I don't want him to be cold. Make one part come here in front, and the other part of his scarf will bring down, and we'll paint it behind. Pick it back up over there. Right behind his little arm. And maybe pull out some little tassels. A little fringe at the bottom of his scarf. I want it a little bit darker. The back side. And I'm going to take that same dark color and put it at the bottom edge. There we go. Our little snowman. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And of course, he's a snowman. If you... Oh, that's got red still. That was not completely clean. I've really got that contaminated with the red. Fine, I'll just put it in another spot. I love this little palette from Meeden. I actually have 2 of these. I could put them like facing together so that the 2 wells like this would touch and do colors like all the way around. I love, this is one of my favorites from Meeden. All right, let's do over here. There's a little bit of blue right there, but that's not worried about that. I think there's still a little bit of red in my brush. It's fine. It is. That's looking pink, but it's fine. And if you didn't want it to be snowing on your snowman, you don't have to add the spatter. Just going to adjust it off his little nose. Anywhere that you don't care for where it's landed, just paint over it. And that darker right there kind of makes part of his nose look like it was disappearing. There we go. Done. So simple. Okay, we are going to take entries for our giveaway. You have to be a U.S. resident. Apologies for those of you who hang out with me and are not U.S. residents. I'm sorry. I do appreciate you being here too. But you have to be a resident of the U.S. I'm messing up our elephant just because it's a little too bright underneath his hat. We need to give him a little bit of shadow under here. Get it a little more realistic. Right? His hat would cast a shadow. So to enter, you are going to say, enter me, and then put the 2-letter abbreviation of your state. And I will add all the names here in just a moment. I'm just blending some of this. Oh my gosh, he's just cute. All right, let's go ahead and stamp him with a Merry Christmas. And again, I'm going to do that silver and black combo that I just did on the other one. So I want my silver to be on top. So I'm going to do my silver first. And it gets a little silver on my black ink pad, but I've never really had a problem with that. Merry Christmas. Oh, perfect. And it definitely, again, you see it has that sparkle, that shimmer to it. Okay, again, what are you playing for? You are playing for, entering for the Meeden gift card. I will immediately after the stream email you your access for that. And I'm going to start loading up our Wheel of Names here in just a moment. All right, let's put on the back stamp. Back stamp as well. What did I do with my back stamp? I just moved it. I set it down. Right there it is. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Oh my gosh. Now I can't decide if my favorite is the trees or the snowman. I'm loving the snowman too. There we go. All right. Oh, how cute is that? All right, what do you guys think? There's our little snowman. Again, you didn't have to do the little snow spatter if you don't want to. Look at our cards. And we were going to see if the gold Wink of Stella pen makes a difference on that. I can barely see. I can barely see what was there to be able to go over it. I'm looking at this one. It definitely adds a lot of sparkle. And since I did that, I'm going to actually put a little bit of this gold on the highlight part of my berries on this one. These are definitely going to go downstairs today to my wrapping table. Just put a little shimmer on the bow. A little bit of extra sparkle to that one. It definitely sparkles. So that was the gold Wink of Stella pen. Again, if you get the set that says Christmas, it will have gold, silver, and clear in it. All right, let me filter this for Enter Me. I'm filtering chat on my side. So as long as you have put Enter Me, let's turn on our wheel of names. And I'm going to start putting you in there. So again, we are playing for. I keep saying playing for. I guess it feels like that, right? We're spinning for a Meet gift card. And it is not too late to enter. Pardon me, I'm getting a window out of my way. I couldn't see. Okay. All you have to do is say Enter Me and your state, the abbreviation for your state. So Enter Me, I have Heather Bryant. Right? Oh, then we have Dolphin. Really good chance of winning today. We don't have a lot of people entered so far. George Pencil Art. Boo Peep. Right now you have 25% chance of winning this one. There's all of those. Okay, so you still have time. If you want to enter, I just need Enter Me and the abbreviation for your state. Hi, Shanna. Caution Artist at Play is here with us. I got to get back. My chat jumped all the way back. You got some pretty good chances. Yup. Yeah, 25% chance. And I'm going to do this just before we are done. So you will see, like, I'm shuffling names, but we're going to do the drawing just before. So that way there, if there's anybody else that wants to enter, they can get in on that. So I'm going to turn our wheel of names off for a moment. We will do that drawing in just a few minutes. Suspense. The suspense will get you. So there is our little mittens, right? Love and warm wishes for a very Merry Christmas. Then, we didn't stamp this one on the back. So that is going to be my stamp. Again, links for everything are in the description below. If you shop at Meeden right now, especially the 96 color watercolor set that we've been using today, that is like 20% off. Plus, you'll get a discount for using the code Clark10. So it's capital CLARK 10. And that also is in the description below. I have to paint a whole bunch more of these, but some of them are so simple, especially if you're using little stamps. It goes so quickly. And those mittens, I don't know if it will show. Let me get it to really focus up here. See the glitter? You can see the glitter, especially on this bottom mitten from that Wink of Stella clear. There's that sparkle. They are awesome. And of course, the metallic that we're getting for the snowflake on the mitten, that was from the Meeden metallics from this 96 color set. I'm loving the metallics. Even, I mean, at the price, just for the metallics. If I look at the cost of, like, say, the Soho metallics that Jerry's Artorama sells, there's a lot of similar colors in those. But for the price, you're getting metallics. You're getting some of the Macron, the pastel-like colors. 6 neons, which I don't really use the neons, but, and then you're also getting 48 regular watercolors. And this right here, I mean, right now, the sale price, as of the time that this is being recorded, the sale price today on Meeden's website was $39. And then you're going to get more off of that if you use the code Clark10. That might be worth it just for the metallics alone. Either way. And this palette is so sturdy. It also has, I don't have it in here because you guys know I like to mix on my ceramic. But I have mixed on it. It has this, which just sets right in here and closes so that you can close everything up. It can open like that, but it tips downward. So they had that in mind. And it just, when you hold it straight up, you can lift it straight off and take it out. So yeah, so far I am a huge fan of this palette. Even if I were to take these out and put watercolors that I preferred to use, like I could fill this with Daniel Smith if I wanted to, or Core or whatever for these here, and then have my metallics. This would be fantastic. Something that future me might actually have to consider. The paints themselves, I mean, I think these are great student grade, getting started with watercolor. It makes me think of like the Cotman. They're not going to take off and move super quickly. So yeah. Yeah, what Rob just said. Because you would get 10% off. So 39 minus 4, $35. $35 for all of those. And that the case alone is just amazing. I love it. Yeah, what Rob said. If you're enjoying the stream, I do hope you'll hit that thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please do, because one of the perks of subscribing, it is free. And it lets you come on here on Thursdays and chat live with us in the comments, because only subscribers can comment. So definitely come join the community. We'd love to have you. And oh, look at that. Which one's your favorite? Drop it in the comment. Oh, thank you, Rob. So Rob has just gifted. They should start. There they go. They started coming in on my side. So welcome. If you got a notification that you received a gifted membership, if you're on Discord, YouTube is very good about granting access very quickly to the Discord server. So I invite you to come on over there and join us on Discord. We would love to have you chat. So much goes on over there. Boo Peep says, the tags, perfect for beginners or short on time. And yeah, future me needs some gouache. Definitely. So far, we're going to do a whole review on the Meeden gouache. But what I saw today, I mean, look at it on that brown craft paper. If I can get that to focus. It just doesn't want to focus when I bring it up. There we go. It really covered well. I mean, look at our snowman. Our snowman was on that brown, I say craft paper. It's brown like craft paper, but this is definitely a cardstock. It gave us the coverage on that, like how it covers over black as far as the complete opacity. You know, I don't know. This definitely, that dark blue bled up into it, but even still, when we layered it up, look at how it covered. I'm liking that one. I love this one, but I love winter snowy trees. Which one's your favorite? Drop it in the comments. The wreath, the snowman, the trees, the mittens. These are definitely ones that work up very quickly. The mittens certainly works up really fast. There are others, lots of others. I was thinking, I can do one with you. Let's do one more, and then we'll draw our winner. I'm just going to cover that one on top of there. For this one, again, you could do it either way, this way or this way. I'm just going to do it this way because it will be faster. Let me just put these up here. Can they still be seen? Yes. Okay. These are linked in the description. Again, for watercolors, I think these would be great for markers. If you like watercolor markers or alcohol markers or whatever, I think these would be wonderful to use with that as well. Gouache works really well on this paper. So if you want them already cut out, coming with the pre-cut strings, they're linked in the description below. You can grab 200 of them off Amazon for really inexpensive. But I also have linked, I can't show them to you because they're on my wish list. They're on my birthday Christmas wish list, and I'm hoping that I will get one of them. The punch that does the tags that are already completely this shape, or the ones where I can cut the width that I want and then just slide it in and cut the top, because I can always curve my corners, like my bottom corners. That's what this does. It curves the corners down here. So that would take a little bit more time, but definitely doable. All right, you know what? Let's go from the center here. And let's do some evergreen. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to go the opposite direction. Line out. Lines off of that. Again, I will draw the winner in just a moment. If you have not yet entered and you would like to, just type enter me and the abbreviation for your state into the chat. If you are not watching this on December 5th at 4:55 p.m., there is no need to enter because the giveaway is already done. So only in the live chat, not in the video comments, only in the live chat is where I am taking the entries for this. And again, this is not affiliated. Meeden, this has not done this. It is not them that is giving this away. It is me. And it's not because of them. Yes, Meeden did send me the gouache and these watercolors to share with you. But the giveaway is all me. All right, I'm going to mix in. This black has some red, but doesn't matter. Red is a complement to green, so I can use that as I darken this up. Virginia, I see you. I will enter that in a moment. I'm just like mixing up everything here, making this a darker green. I'm going to put some more of that in through. This one here would be super quick to do. All right, and then we're just going to come back. You can do more or less, however you want, just in the interest of time. I'm going to grab some of this red that we've already used. And I'm going to paint in a cluster of berries. I can let those dry, come back on with some highlights. Perhaps a little bit more green. You could do this with holly leaves as well, instead of the ones that look like pine. I have to pull. So if you were gifted a membership today, definitely check out Discord. If you are not already on Discord, all you have to do is download the app. Once you have that set out, once you have the app all set, you're going to go to settings. You're going to go to connections, and you should see under connections, YouTube. And then all you do on Discord is sign in with your same YouTube account that was just gifted a membership, and it will grant you access, because there's a little bot that will know that your YouTube account has access. And then you'll see the server has the same signature logo that I use everywhere. There we go. But you know what? I think it needs a little sparkle. Let's take that gold one again. Why not? Gold will go well with the green. I'm just going to pull some of that gold through. And I'll use the gold too to do like little highlights on my berries. Gotta clean that off. Now this one, we don't have to stamp it on the back side. I will just stamp it right on the front. There we go. So there's a bonus little gift tag for you. I pressed that one a little weird on the from, so it ghosted it slightly, but it's fine. And it has that'll be all nice and shimmery metallic once that dries. Once it dries, the gold doesn't look like a straight up metallic. Like if I painted the gold from over here, it's not that solid metallic like we have here on the snowflake on our mittens. It's not going to be like, make that focus. It's not going to be like that shine like that. It is going to be the sparkly like this. I love the Wink of Stella brushes. Okay. So there we go. There are our gift tags. I'll have to get pictures of these and update the thumbnail. So what do we have for favorites? Caution our set place. Oops. The other terrace says, oh, the trees look fab up close. Caution our set play loves the trees. The trees seem to have it. The trees seem to have it. Yeah, this one is very shimmery and quick, if that's the one you were talking about, Dolphin Soul. And I said I would enter Let's turn on our wheel of names. Again, you're entering for a Meet-In gift card. We need to add Virginia Mackenzie. There we go. All right, it is 5 o'clock, so no more entries. If you are watching this and it's not December 5th at 5 o'clock, please do not drop information in the comments. The giveaway is done. The giveaway has been given away. So we're gonna just shuffle up the names. Everybody ready? We'll shuffle up the names. If we can get a drum roll. Here we go. Are you ready? Good luck to everybody. 20% chance of winning. This is like the best chance we've had yet when I've done a giveaway. But see, I didn't advertise that there was going to be a giveaway today. And I'm not advertising in my thumbnails or anything that I'm doing giveaways, but I will be doing them from now till Christmas time. So only those of you who are always here supporting me know about this. So I hope you will come back Thursdays at 3 p.m. live and paint with me. And you never know what's going to happen between now and Christmas. All right, here we go. We've shuffled. And good luck to everybody. Congratulations to Boo Peep. Congratulations, Boo Peep. All right. So I'm going to shut that off now. So Boo Peep, I just need you to contact me. I'm trying to think of the easiest way for you to contact me. I'm like, is Boo Peep still here? we need to reach Boo Peep. Boo Peep, you can drop me an email. If you are not on Discord, where you could drop me a message on Discord, otherwise, email. Oh, Boo Peep! Really? Your birthday is on the 13th. You and our moderator, Tara, share the same birthday. Happy birthday! Oh, that's fantastic. You're just 4 days after me. So, by the time I see you guys next Thursday, I will have finished another trip around the sun. It will be another one. So, Boo Peep, you can email me, Angela at clarkfineartstudio.com. Is it studio? Oh my goodness. Now I'm like, wait a minute. Am I telling you the wrong thing? Hold on. Like studio or studio. No S. It is Angela at clarkfineartstudio.com. So send me an email and I will immediately send you back your Meet-In gift card with the links to get there and all of that. And congratulations. We can't wait to find out what you are. Oh, you're going to contact me through Discord. That's fine too. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, right through Discord. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Okay. That's awesome. I'm so excited that it's your birthday too. Well, that's fantastic. Okay. Message me through Discord. I will have that for you right after the stream finishes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Are you going to paint these? Did you paint some? Berlina, I hope we can see yours. Tag me. I would love to see what you've created. And thank you all for joining me. I will see you here again next Thursday. What are we doing? I'm not sure, but you know, you never know what exciting things can happen around here on a Thursday. So make sure you come on by and grab your supplies and get ready to paint along. That's it for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed these. I will post pictures of them over on the Discord. So for those of you who are there, you can take a look. If you were gifted a membership today, thank you so much, Rob, for gifting those memberships. And you all now have access to Discord if you choose to join us. I hope you do. All right. Until next time, my friends, keep creating, and I will see you in a video real soon. Happy birthday, Boo Peep.